And if the guy is overborrowed, you probably the loan would be declined, or they might charge a higher interest according to the risk. So I need a web developer and designer.
Hi guys, I'm Audrey from Neolab. Out of the 6,500 people at NAST, only 145 have got accommodation from the school. And we've got to acknowledge that 80% of the people are coming from outside of Bulawayo. So my question is, where do you stay? How do you know where to stay? So we've got an application, it's a mobile application. It's called Roommate. It helps you to figure out what kind of place to stay, who to stay with. So what I basically need is a graphic designer, a web designer, and a mobile application designer. Thanks.
Evening guys, my name is Harvey. Basically in the last 12 hours I've survived the dog mauling, 12 hours in the chicken bus, and a brush with the law, all for one reason. I'm here to network and learn about people's skills. What's the problem? We don't know each other's skills. What do we need? That's the question we've been asking the whole night. I propose skills database so we can all know what we can do and work with each other from the whole country. Basically co-learn, co-work and communicate. All skills so we can work together. Thank you.
Evening, my name is Hubert Samboko from Web Studio, and my plan is, the problem is the amount of time that we spend at the border. Some of you know somewhere we came from SA, no, we spend 2, 3, 4 hours at the border, so I'm proposing a database management system that will allow us to just scan your passport so you don't have to wait for so long. It's ridiculous. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Tinashe, and my problem is, how many of y'all do sports gambling? Got you. And you go to those sports gambling sites, the queues are ridiculous. So my proposal is I develop a website that does all the computations for you, or calculate the odds for your teams. You do your gambling online and gives you a unique identifier. The only thing you have to do is approach the sporting center and get a receipt. Know that I'm pro gambling. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. We all have wives, daughters, sisters, mothers, or generally females who tend to be the significant others in our life. So the problem that I found exists, especially in Zimbabwe, is the problem of mindsets, or the recidivism into gender-based violence, and then on the other hand, victimization, or where women think that it's okay to be victims. The solution, I would say, is to create a platform where we can advertise the successes of women, advertise opportunities, and show that it's not about gender, it's not about getting cuts because you're female, it's not about saying the woman won because of affirmative action or whatever. It's about ability, and also showcasing successful people, both males and females, because equality is about both males and females. Thank you.
Okay, so that got your attention. My name is Gwen, but you don't need to remember that. All you need to know about me is I'm a big fan of the arts. And having grown up being an avid reader, one thing that we miss, that we lack in Zimbabwe, is a platform where you can access fine art, access African literature, access pretty much anything to do with the arts that we actually produce ourselves. So I'm proposing a web and mobile-based application where you can access fine arts and literature. I need developers and web designers and marketers and pretty much anyone who's passionate about the arts. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Hope. Njovu. I'll just ask a couple questions. How many of you have a friend, a relative, a brother, a sister, an uncle, or even a girlfriend outside the country? A lot of us, possibly. Right. As of December last year, the statistic was one in every four Zimbabweans between the age of 18 and 65 lives outside the country. And the biggest challenge is that most of those people who go outside the country are going there to work. But then the problem is they have a challenge sending money back home. That is one of the biggest challenges, I think, that most of those folks face. Now, what I'm proposing is an application, a mobile application called Fluid Money, Money with No Borders, that will enable Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe and outside Zimbabwe to perform, to make money transfers and perform transactions online. Thank you. I will need web developers and designers, and probably one business strategist. Thank you.
Alright. Hello guys. My name is Mashulele Shambatsi. Mashulele. Okay, the thing is, I've noticed that there are plenty of us here who got gadgets, cell phones like tablets or maybe computers, laptops that we want to sell or maybe swap with someone. And we never have meet someone just randomly, just like that, to swap with or sell with, or maybe put it out there for bidding here in Zimbabwe. So my solution is maybe if we can get a platform, make a platform where buyers meet sellers, or say bidders meet sellers, or something like that, if you're putting it for auction or for swapping or for selling and top up, stuff like that. So for making this solution, I'll need a good HTML developer, HTML5 specifically, a PHP developer, object-oriented CSS3 animator, and also a graphic designer for UI UX design. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Anim Tasa. I'm a PHP and Python developer, and I love music a lot. And so one thing that I noticed is I think that my playlist is the awesomest playlist in the world, and so does Mashulele, my friend. And well, please raise your hand if you think your playlist is the awesomest around. Exactly. So my solution is to come up with a music streaming website that is based on playlists, where you get to do a pointing system on your playlist in such a way that it's pretty much like a fantasy league, except that it's in terms of music and playlists. So you get points based on actual charts, would be it Billboard charts or top 40 charts or whatever charts. So this is going to make streaming of music fun. So what I'm looking for really is developers to help me with the developing of the system, graphics designers, and also someone who can get us a deal with record labels. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me at the back? That's 5 seconds gone off my time. During the rounds, during my work recently, I met a young man who had a few questions about the creative industry. As our discussion went further, I realized and I discovered that he had been a creative person in his earlier years, but due to non-mentorship and coming from a traditional Zimbabwean family, his skills were relegated to just a Sunday afternoon hobby. My name is Chingatai Chikwana, and I'm presenting to you the War of Art, which will be an electronic platform which allows creators to showcase their talent and to compete in a friendly platform, on a friendly platform. I'm looking for a business strategist, web designer, and a graphic designer as well to join the team. Thank you.
Woo!
Wanted tester. My name is Kandai. I'm an agri-business. I want to develop an app that's going to work with food security. I believe that agriculture should become cool. I'm an agribusiness. This is the new farmers, what we look like. Yeah, what up? So what we're going to do is I want an app that can collect market information, current demand, location of seeds and fertilizer, production techniques, financing opportunities, and that can predict yield expectations. Because a lot of farmers right now, I know most of you know people are doing stacked potatoes. tell them to stop it. Thanks. Because right now people are producing all these potatoes that the market can't take. They take to the market and they told $5 a kilo when they budgeted for $12 a kilo, so making a loss. So right now we need people to have these statistics available, and we need a simple app, *125, and I get all this information. I don't want something that's too technical because we're looking at rural people and to access the whole market. Thank you.
Evening, everyone. My name is Regime Tetwa, and really I don't have a problem. We are leveraging on the opportunity, on the absence of convenient online marketing or shopping in Zimbabwe, a viable e-commerce platform. So we've developed kumagrocer.com, and on kumagrocer.com you can get music, local music there, and why all the e-commerce startups have failed in Zimbabwe, we've beat it because we've also incorporated group buy inside the e-commerce so that we can have quantity breaks and people will have the financial imperative to shop because they actually send. And also it will be very convenient, we will deliver. What will I need? I'll need someone who can program the interface between EcoCash and the online site so that you can pay EcoCash, buy tokens, and actually in real time. We don't want people to be paying and waiting for this. Thank you very much.
Hi. I've been quite impressed by a lot of the pitches I've heard today. And what I'm looking at as a problem is something that really is a problem for everyone, which is information. The problem we have is we can have a lot of great ideas for pitch, we can have a lot of great ideas for projects, and even they have great products on the market, but nobody has reliable information. Nobody can reliably tell you what the market for any product is before it reaches that market. Nobody can get reliable information about that product even after it launches in terms of what are customer reactions to it. There are very many limitations to gathering consumer information that can only be solved through a cross-platform application that's built specifically to address the challenges with surveying. And this would address not just marketing information for the advertising industry, but everything from surveys to census information, etc. So what we'll be looking at is... Oh, I'm supposed to... Oh, sorry, out of time.
Wait, let's get a thing.
Hi, my name is Hannibal, and of the 11 medical aids in Zimbabwe, only one has an active platform to check if your medical aid is valid. For every other one, you have to go to the medical aid office and check it physically. I propose an app or a system that is lightweight, fast, and convenient for you to check if your medical aid is valid, which runs on any cell phone that is a feature phone with internet access. I need a developer, a designer, and a market analyst. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anesh Mchaza. I actually noticed that there's a problem with storage of records and also fraud in Zimbabwe. So I'm looking at developing an application that will actually store all the accounting records and financial records of small to medium enterprises, and also automatically store these things on the internet on an online database, as well as being efficient because there's no more need for storage space and office space that's costing a lot for most people. So I would actually need an accountant for the know-how and the formulas to be programmed, a programmer, a marketing expert, and web developers, as well as salesmen, also facilitators to teach people how to use the software. Thank you.
Evening, everyone. My name is Kulawashi Magwenzi, and I didn't come here to share my ideas, but I came here to start a business. And the business that I came to start here is one that is going to provide services for graphics design and web design. And this is a problem that many of you are facing, but this is our day-to-day. And what we plan to solve once we start this graphics design and web design is to do is to solve problems such as Shona. Shona is dying in Zimbabwe, and Shona is one thing that makes us Zimbabwean. And why not have a website that solves this Shona problem? Why not have Shona.com that has Duramazvi, Tiganama Gariro, Shona recipes and dishes? This is problem number one. Problem number two. Yes, I came here to solve problems, not just that he talk about this and that. So please don't laugh. My time. Don't laugh. I need extra time. Second thing, music streaming.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chico, the real Chico. Have you noticed how everyone who comes up here end up saying they're looking for a designer, a developer, etc.? Well, I got tired of looking, right? So I created a platform called Looking For that finds you what you're looking for. Basically, you tell us, for example, that you're looking for a car, then we notify all the businesses on our platform that you are looking for a car. How this happens is that we use a real-time system, so we notify all businesses instantly the minute that you post. Basically, I'm looking for business guys who know how to sell. To date, we have close to 40 businesses on the platform. So people who work with me are people who are going to be dealing with real data. So I'm looking for business guys, people who know how to sell, and possibly a graphics designer who's really, really good. Thank you.
Free ice cream. Now that I've got your attention, okay, have you ever had to write handwritten notes on anywhere? It could be like taking it down from a whiteboard, a math equation maybe, or maybe just like taking notes from a brainstorming session. And then you go back home and you wonder, what did he say again? What does this mean? Okay, now I've got a solution for that, and I call it whiteboard. Basically, all it does is it's a whiteboard on your mobile device. Or when you're taking your notes, you're taking them down onto your mobile device, and they get shared amongst your friends as a video. Okay, thank you. Oh, I need programmers and a web designer. Thank you.
My name is Desire.